Hi, everybody. Welcome to part two of Soul Orientation. I'm joined again by my wonderful co-host, Gerald Tarotstache.
Hello.
Please like and subscribe and follow Gerald because he's doing some amazing stuff on his channel.
Well, thank you.
And well, your interviews are fabulous. Um, I try not to miss them, and I watch them again later.
For obvious segment, that's why there's playback.
Yeah, I know, because I can't always get there at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I can never get there at 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's just tell the truth. Hi, Diane. I want to say hi to some wonderful people who have joined us. Diane's here, and CJ and Joyful Journey. It's great to see you all here. We're going to follow the same process we did last week, which is these are the prompts. What am I doing now that is soul oriented? And what can I do more of that is soul oriented? And your prompt is, as last week, #me. We're going to use the giveaway tool. I am a big fan of the giveaway tool. And the more I can, if I can figure out how to use it more and more often, I'm going to. It's a great way to make sure that everybody gets a fair chance at a reading. And it's not just, the people who get here half an hour before the show starts.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And I just want to give you, while we're waiting for other people to come in, I would, oh yeah, Joyful, it's great, isn't it? I'd like to just give you all an update on Wanda. I just weighed her just before coming on air, 245 grams. Yay, Wanda!
This is
And
very...
it is wonderful news. And she's got 3 tail feathers now, and the 4th one is peeking out under here, just started to grow. So that's pretty darn nice. Hi, Lady Silver. Sorry, were you going to say something?
No, I'm very glad that she is doing well.
Yeah, she is pretty wonderful. My turkey. We had a nap in the sunshine yesterday, and it was pretty nice too. We do that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
She had a lovely little dozy nap in a ray of in a sunbeam that was hitting her almost directly. So pretty cool. Hi, Amanda Carroll.
Hey, Amanda.
And Stephanie's here.
Yes.
And I think I said hi to Lady Silver, but thanks, Diane. And so I've been thinking about this all week, about soul orientation.
Mm-hmm. And? Well,
just that it's really hard for me to look past my nose, I tend to see what's immediately in front of me, and it's hard for me. And I can't think that I'm all that different from anybody else, really.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty human, pretty universal. It's hard for me to think past my nose and to think past the immediate need, and the immediate need, like what's for supper, and do I have enough to pay the rent?
Yes.
And do I have enough for my credit card payment? That kind of stuff. It's really hard for me to see past that, to think about the overall shape of my life, the overall shape of my consciousness, the overall point of it all.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Well, I certainly think that we do get caught up in the sense of just surviving and not thriving. So and I do it. I struggle with it all the time. I get so caught up in the everyday things, the mundane things. I don't oftentimes slow down and think about that big picture stuff. I think it was it David Covey who did wrote the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and First Things First, which is one of the habits. And you have to revisit that periodically. And to be honest with you, I haven't revisited it recently.
Yeah. I read that book, but that was like a long time ago, and I don't remember much from it, to be honest. So you can tell what an ineffective, how ineffective that how much I did not take it to heart. Let's put it that way.
There's this social media video that we see where somebody is trying to explain priorities to a group of, I think they're students.
Okay, and, I haven't seen that.
Where you can put, you have a big jar, and you basically fill that jar with golf balls. You know, how many golf balls can you put in? And then you add sand to it, and then you add water, and you can get so much in it by doing it that way. The golf balls are your highest priorities. Sand is the second priority, and water is the third one. But if you do it the other way, if you fill it with water and then you try to add a golf ball, water spills out. Yeah. And that's what we're trying to do. So we want to start with those soul-oriented things. And those soul-oriented things, like we said last week, they adjust and grow as we do as human beings, and our life experience leads us. So.
I love that image, Gerald. Thank you so much, because that just makes a whole bunch of sense. If you start with the soul orientation, then the rest of it becomes clearer and is easier to work around.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Or work around. And maybe work around's not the right way of putting it, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
Maybe work around is
well, it helps us with our boundaries too. If
these are absolutely
that I want to do first, I remember reading somewhere a person talked about, if you have clear boundaries, they're sharp, it's easy to say no to the things that people ask of you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a few more people who've come in. There's Tropical Empress Amanda. Hi, Amanda. And Aaron O'Nugent. Hi, Aaron. So I'm glad to see the two of you here. I'm happy to see all of you. I'm happy to see anybody anytime.
Me too.
Oh, Wendy's laughing at me. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to start with the Akashic Records player. I'd like you all to join me with 3 deep breaths, please. We can do this, because this really does it for me. Okay, come on, Wanda. You too. Ooh, ow! Come on, up! Don't bite me. Okay, fine. Sit there. So, big deep breath in through your nose, way down past your belly button. Fill yourself right up with that beautiful, beautiful oxygen. Hold it for a few seconds and then let it flow out through your mouth. So in through your nose and out through your mouth. Last one. Okay.
Great.
Okay. And now for the prayer of protection and the key. We are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us, and we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic Records masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We open ourselves to the light, and with this light, we open ourselves to our truth. And with this light, we open ourselves to our soul's purpose. And with this light, we open ourselves to be guided towards our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. And so this group is given the truth to best serve them on their healing journey into the love and acceptance that is most beneficial for them in this moment. I'm going to read that silently. And with this light and guidance, we unlock the energy fields of this group to receive the records of their souls. So we're doing the same thing, my fellow adventurers. The same thing we did last week. So let me call up the magic. Let me call up the magic giveaway tool. And we've got 10 entries so far, so let's draw one.
And if you are picked, please let us know you were here.
Oh, yes, please. Jenny Berlin. Congratulations, Jenny. Okay, are you here, Jenny? I lost my comments. Oh, yep, she is here. I see her.
Yep. I'm going to put her up so that I can help remember.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I was looking. I lost my comments. It just went blank. That's terrifying. Go if you're ready.
Jenny, part of what you are doing now that is soul oriented is you're asking questions, you're curious, you're asking the larger connection things, which is a great thing to do. That curiosity really, really does help with that. What's so you're asking these questions. What you need to do more of is you need to listen and apply the answer. As is what I'm feeling, because I am having I'm getting the sense of there's a lot of input right now, and you need a little bit of output with that. It's a bit of an overwhelm. It's like it's taking in ingredients, but you're not producing anything. You're bringing in great ingredients, and I feel you feeling the it's almost like you're overwhelmed as a chef. You're trying to actually I see you as a chef, like making sure your pantries are full, but your pantries are over full right now. It's time to start doing something with that, putting together the combination to help apply what you have acquired. And she said, yes, Gerald. So
well, nobody says no to Gerald.
Yeah, they do. Once. No, I'm kidding. Oh, here.
I shouldn't be saying.
Once.
I should not be such a smart ass. I'm getting something very similar, that you have the tools that you need. You have you have the information that you need, and more is coming to you like constantly. You're constantly getting more information. Um, and um, and it's like you don't know what to do with it. But you do know, but you don't know. Sort of. It's hard for me to grasp exactly what's going on. Uh, you have an idea, but you're not sure if that's what that means. Yes, that's what that means. Yes, that's what it's about. Um, just I'm getting the very clear message of whatever it is that you're hatching in your pointy little head. Do it. It's whether it's like reading tarot for people at, the state fair, or uh, in a tea shop, or whether it's starting your own channel, or you've got some idea, but you're not acting on it, and you just you have all the information you need. You have all the tools that you need. Just yes, this is what you're supposed to do. They're not telling me what it is, of course, because that would be cheating. Because then I'd tell you, and then you wouldn't have to do any work. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I've got for you. You know what you're about. You have the information, you have the tools, you have what you need. Just do it. And so I hope that's helpful to you, Jenny. That was that's
reciprocity. It's the Six of Pentacles. There is a give and take now that needs to happen, Jenny, for the next part of how you need to do what you need to do more of for soul oriented.
Yeah. Love to be more active with mediumship, she says. Well, go girl.
Yes.
Go. I mean, on Akashic Adventures, we had to put our collective foot down, and just start saying to people, we want to focus on the Akashic records. We don't want mediumship questions. And so we started refusing. Well, it makes it sound really harsh, but we started ignoring mediumship questions, because so there is absolutely room for you, Jenny, on YouTube if you want to do mediumship. Believe me, there's lots of room for you. Yes. If that's where that's leading you. So yeah, good for you, Jenny. Awesome. Thank you so much. Liz in Awe is here, and Madam Maru. Hi, you guys. Liz, we're doing part 2 of what we started last week, which was what am I doing now that is soul oriented, and what can I do more of that's soul oriented? Diane G says that's an example of setting priorities. Well, yeah, we had to, because there just aren't that many Akashic Records readers on YouTube. Yes. And there are some mediums, and we just had to pick our lane and stay in it. And
I hear you.
So yeah. You're welcome, Jenny, anytime. So now let's go back to the giveaway tool and draw again. So if you want to have a read on those prompts, just type #me, and the giveaway tool. Oh, Diane G. The giveaway tool will go through and pick you or not, or maybe it won't.
I'm not sure if like Diane,
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure if Diane G actually meant to do that. She was given an example, but you can give her.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. Are you
Okay.
sure?
Are you
Okay.
sure, Diane? I don't know if I've read for Diane G.
Well,
No
let's read
pressure.
for Diane. Yeah, too bad for you, Diane, because we've decided we're going to read for you anyway.
I
I
want you
can't
to know
remember.
that
Was I using what?
that was Linda who said that, not me.
It was me. I did it. Me. Um, was I using cards last time? I don't remember.
No,
I didn't think so.
no. Just remember, one of the ways that I access the records, one of my keys, is through a specific
Yeah.
set of cards.
Well, and you and I have been doing the readings with Ramon, and Ramon, and I've been using, well, he does me the respect of saying my name correctly. It is
Yes,
the very least that I can do for him is to, give back the same energy.
I
Um,
agree.
well, it's the very least that you can do for anybody, actually, is just to say their name correctly. Now, and I'm finding I'm enjoying it, by the way. Okay, so Diane. Uh, if you're ready, you go.
Well, Diane, I am getting a sense that it feels very much like you are really working hard at organizing things so that they're not weighing you down. It's almost like okay, this is a weird analogy. You are the person who used to go into people's homes after they had died, and you sold things off for the family. So, and you were an honest person. You actually tried to get the most benefit for them, for the families, as part of your level of service. So, um, so I think it's one of those things. It's interesting. I wonder if you've been spending time. Part of your soul orientation, or your being soul oriented, is really evaluating what is around you, and editing those things out. It's almost like now I see you gardening, and you're gardening for the long term. It's very, very interesting, because you're going, you know what, this isn't going to fit here. So you remove it. You either pull it from the garden, or you replant it to where it's going to best thrive. What can you do more of? Understand that every action that you are doing and yet you're taking is soul oriented. You're lining yourself up beautifully with your environment, and you're doing this of service. And it's quite it's very sometimes it's hard, but you're doing it, and it's almost like you're racking up credits, universal credits for it. Is the image that I got. I just got, it's like every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. I'm learning to stay in my lane, because there are things I've been doing that are draining me. Good for you.
How amazing, because the thing that I got, oh, sorry, are you finished, Gerald?
I am.
Oh, well, that was fortuitous. The thing that I got is that you're feeling a little overwhelmed these days, and that you feel like there's not a burden exactly, but a lot to juggle. And so you're very alert, hyper alert. Um, and that's something that you can priorities. I got a big chill. Priorities, Diane. Set your priorities and start examining all these things that you're juggling. And maybe there's some of them that you can let go. Just maybe. Just, there's an off chance. There's a possibility that some of them were never your problem to begin with, and should be returned to the people who own them.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to be of service. Here's something that I've learned. It's one thing to be of service, and it's another thing to take on someone else's lesson, someone else's job. Yeah. You're not doing them any favors. You're hampering their growth, in fact, by doing this for them. So that's not quite what am I doing that's soul oriented. I know.
Well, it is.
It's more like what can I do more of that's soul oriented, and that's prioritize. Just prioritize where you're putting your energy. Just prioritize who you're doing what for. And what one's that? I can't see.
Queen of Swords.
Yes.
The Queen of Swords knows exactly what to do. She's got her finger on the point of that blade.
Yes.
Yep.
She is. Let her be your patron saint for this period of time, Diane. Think of the Queen of Swords and what she would do. And indeed, self-love is absolutely the key to heaven. Diana is 1,000,000% correct about that. And yeah, that's all I've got. You got all the information. Go for it, girly. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that in a disrespectful way. And we have, as we heal each other, Pierrette White is here. Bonjour, Pierrette. J'espère que ça va avec toi. And we have Kiran and who else? There was somebody else I saw that came in. I don't remember now. I'm sorry. A bit of a ditz today.
No, you're not. It's okay. And we appreciate people. If you want to be included, we'll do as many readings as we can for these prompts.
Yeah.
So, Diane G said apparently she got a reading on Tuesday.
Kiran got a reading on Tuesday, but it wasn't. It had nothing to do with what we're doing now. That was the Akashic Adventures show on Tuesday. So
I was thinking,
or last week, not Tuesday. Last week, she got an Akashic reading for her specific. I remember that. Okay, yeah.
So, but anyhow, doesn't matter. We're all good.
Yeah, we're good. So Pierrette, if you want a reading, type #me, and you'll be in the next. Winner's circle, whatever.
Do you want me to add that to the screen, to the stage, the tool, the giveaway tool?
No, I got it.
Okay,
hang on. At least I think I thought I did. Clearly not. Okay. Come on.
Let me know if you want help.
No, it's my es la computadora. No me escucha. Okay, well, we're just going to do this then. There. Okay. And the next person is...
Who do we got?
Tropical Empress in Spirit. Okay, we still got 13 entries. And so I think we'll close the questions for now because it's 30 minutes in and we don't want to go much past an hour and a half, something like that. So how about that? There, my little trick didn't work that time. I don't know why.
All right.
Hi, Lori Sue. Lori Sue, what we're doing this week is the same thing that we did last week. Actually, this is part 2 of what we started last week. We're talking specifically about the prompts that are on the screen. What am I doing now that's soul-oriented, and what can I do more of that's soul-oriented? And Gerald and I are asking are answering as best we can those questions for the people who are in the show. So that's the topic this week. We're not doing any. The topic is soul orientation. We're not doing any past life or trauma or any of that stuff this week. Okay. So
Tropical Empress and Spirit say hi.
Where is she? Yeah, I'm looking for her too. Are you Tropical Empress? There she is. Oh, well, this is the first quote that I came across. He is very handsome. He's also very humble. I find him very down to earth and not at all full of himself. Here.
Yep.
That's better. Lovely, lovely human being.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You only have to put in the hashtag me once. If you put it in 2 or 3 times, it doesn't matter. You'll be ignored. I mean, the tool will ignore you. I'm not me, but the giveaway tool will ignore duplicates.
So, Amanda, Tropical Empress and Spirit, what you're doing that is soul-oriented is you're exercising your voice. It feels like I get this sense of you maybe in a past life doing vocal exercises with a coach to help you with that. It's like you're part of a choir or you're an opera singer, but you're showing up and you're doing these exercises and you're seeing how that goes. You're following the instructions. So that's what you're doing. It feels very much like the other thing is what you can do more of is you can do more of evaluating how each performance goes so that you know what to do more of and what not to do. I see you working with a mentor, someone who is after the performances or after the rehearsals. You're talking about what went well, and you're starting specifically, Amanda, with the what went well instead of what you need to do differently. So keep focused on, it's what you want to bring into the world. So, and what you want to do more of. So you're practicing. I don't know what this refers to. It may refer to your channel and your readings. You're practicing, and that's good. That is very soul-oriented. You need to do more of settling down and looking and reviewing how things went, what you can do more of that was successful for you, helped you feel connected, got you feedback necessary, or the feedback that you like.
Thanks, Gerald.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, Amanda, and thanks for joining in on this. You are. I had the image of a bird singing. Just a little brown bird. I think it's a nightingale. Which are, if you see a nightingale, I've seen photos, I've never actually seen one, and I've heard recordings. It's an amazing bird, but they look very nondescript, like they don't have any, they're just little brown birds.
Mm-hmm.
Their plumage is nothing remarkable, believe me, but they sound absolutely enchanting. Now, come on, guides, what does that have to do with what? You have a message. That you're getting out. And that's good. Everybody's really happy about that. And what I'm hearing is be more concerned with the content than how it looks. Oh, okay, so I get the connection. So the nightingale looks like your standard sparrow. Well, okay, it doesn't, but close enough. It looks like your standard sparrow, but it sounds like an angel. And that's what the guides are telling me you need to do more of, is to concentrate on the message and what it is you're trying to get across. And I got a big chill. That it's the message that you need to focus on, and how to get it across, and when's the best time, and what's the best way. And don't worry about what you look like or the presentation, because you're as a bird, you're in the tree. It doesn't matter what you look like, because the sound carries far beyond your immediate surroundings. So don't worry about that. Get the message out. Don't worry so much about that. Worry about making sure it gets out there, and how to get it out there, and what's the best way. What's the most effective way? Yeah, that's what I have for you.
She had said, I need to learn from what my streams and pre-recordings are benefiting and helping, and what to change. So there you go.
Yeah. And everybody's gone through that, and still, we all still do it. We all still analyze our I hate to use the word, but our performances, we all analyze what we did, and what the response from people was, and what people really appreciated and what they didn't. So yeah.
I'm going to put this one up. Okay, to be more effective on the messages and not what it looks like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And yes, Joyful Journey, you're quite right. The Nightingale message is good for everyone. It hits all of us, that we shouldn't worry too much about what we look like and what we sound like, to a certain degree, but just, pay attention to the messages that we are given by Spirit. Yeah, and you guys should all go Google nightingale and listen to what a nightingale sounds like. It's absolutely ethereal. It is incredible. There's a reason that nightingales figure greatly in poetry, because it is just an amazing, amazing sound. Really amazing. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, Amanda, and good luck to you. We're all in it together. What was the other thing? Keep your stick on the ice. Okay, sorry. Questions are closed now. Please don't keep typing #me in, because we're going to finish what we've got. And Kieran, I know you've been anxious for this, Kieran. Congratulations. So
there you go.
Well, Wanda had something to say about that. Go if you're ready.
think part of what you've been working on is, or what you've been doing that is soul oriented, is the idea of exploring different locations. I do get this sense that perhaps you have spent some time traveling, maybe like a bard or something along those lines, to where you got a chance to travel with a touring company. And this travel is giving you different viewpoints to see the world and experience the world. Keep that up. That's great. Part of what you need to do is you need to make sure that you're putting your resources to the things that you would like to learn, because there's this sense of you have to do something a lot in order for it to become natural, and that repetitive nature of the exercises is really important. So I think I don't know if you travel for work or anything like that, do pay attention to the environment around you and get curious and find out about local culture. It's quite exciting, because it just it gives you new perspectives of the world around you. And listen well, because you can get a lot of inspiration from others by listening to the conversations going on around you. So that's what I have.
And Kieran, you're in a phase of your life where you're learning a lot right now. Or let me rephrase that. There's a lot going on around you that you can learn from if you choose to. And some of that learning, you don't really want to hear the lesson. You don't really want to know, because you're comfortable and you don't want to mess that up. But there's some lessons that are, if you don't hear them the first time, it's going to be a 2x4 to the back of your head.
Mm-hmm.
So listen to all the lessons, to all of the things that are coming to you, like, oh, maybe this person really isn't a friend. All the things that are happening around you, you have the opportunity to learn from that. Don't run away from that, because it will come back and it will cause you a lot of pain if you don't listen to the first inkling of a lesson that's coming your way. So that's the first thing. What you're doing now is you have the opportunity to learn. The second thing is, make sure you take that opportunity to learn, and don't stop yourself because you don't like it, or because, oh no, that couldn't be true. They would never do such a thing to me. Or, that kind of thing that we do with our longtime friends. Maybe sometimes we don't see the red flags for what they are, because we've known them for so long, and basically we just don't want to admit that they could be using us. Or whatever. That's just a random example. And so don't read too much into that. But yes, you have a lot of opportunity to learn. Be sure you do.
That's great.
So it'll
great.
save you a lot of pain, Kieran. Let's see.
Kieran said, I love to explore. Well, that's good.
Oh, good. Good. Now, back to the next person. Pure Soul. Hi, Pure Soul. Thanks for joining us on this little exploration, on this adventure. Let's see. Mm,
Let us know you're here.
I think so. I think I saw her a few minutes ago in the chat. Yep, she is.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Thanks for doing that, Gerald. You're such a good co-host.
Well, thank you. I'm trying to be helpful.
You are very helpful. In a couple of years, I'll be able to do that too.
Pure Soul, I just got this image of you doing hand embroidery or hand stitching, hand sewing. I do not know. Are you a crafter of some sort? Do you do things with your hands? Because this was very clear. It was a while ago, but you really enjoyed it. You were good at it. Your hands were nimble. You were very quick, actually. And that was a key thing for tailors to be able to do that, or garment creators, embroidery. So, so are you doing any creation with your hand is what I want to know. I'm curious about, because if you are, that's good. It needs to be, keep doing it. I'm also curious as if there is an opportunity for you to maybe make some things. Oh, massages. There you go.
Therapist.
Of course you're doing stuff with your hands, and of course your hands are skilled. I love that. And there's an opportunity for you to, for entertainment purposes only. It almost feels like you're helping people to release some of the grieving and the sorrow that they are experiencing them. So I am encouraging you to clean or cleanse your space so that none of this stuff gets cloggy around you, and that it actually, you could have your clients wait when you're done for you to actually clear that out and remove it. And you can do it energetically, but that's a really important thing, because it's because you're hitting some of the deeper points. So the next thing I would say is it's you've got to help clear that out for them, so it doesn't hurt you, doesn't hinder you, and it also helps to clear their space a bit. What do you have for her, Linda, or Pierce, for them?
I get that you're okay. So far you've been working with the physical, and now, and wonderful work, by the way. I have so much gratitude for the massage therapists that I've had in my life. And now you're being called to work more with a greater awareness of energy. Okay. So nobody's telling you to go out and become and learn Reiki, but go out and learn Reiki. If
I love it. No one's telling you to go out and learn Reiki. Go learn Reiki.
Yeah, you're being called on to use energy more effectively in your work, to learn how energy affects the work that you're doing, and you could do that on your own. I mean, if you want to reinvent the wheel, be my guest.
Yeah.
But it's reinventing the wheel. Save your time, save your energy, and don't bother. And so I say Reiki because it's what I'm familiar with. There are other modalities, I guess is the word, of energy work. Find one that suits you, find one that feels good to you, find one that you really really vibe with, that you really can make your own and make it. Yeah, that's right. And make it your own. That will propel you to a completely new level of not just the work that you do, but your inner growth and your inner expansion and your soul's growth as a result of that. So yeah, if you're I like I said, Reiki is what I'm familiar with, so that's what I keep blathering on about. But it's not the only one.
There's a
And
lot
so
of them. Yeah.
there's a lot of them. There's a whole bunch of different ones. There's QHHT. There's like, as JL mentioned, there's Body Talk, and good. And oh, good, you're going to do that. Awesome. It'll make a huge difference to your practice as a physical therapist. It'll make a huge difference to you as a person, as a soul. It'll make a big difference. Good. Yeah. Good. And come back and let us know how that all works out. Okay. Yeah. Love you too. And thanks for coming and joining our party. And Ramon, thank you for coming and joining our party. Welcome. And, yes, we summoned you, by the way.
Ramon, I hope you don't mind. Yeah. So, gotta go back. Well,
That's fine. You go back and check.
Yeah, definitely.
No. Okay, so now we have, what do we have? We're going to
That's
draw.
Great. Soul, pure soul. That's fun.
Am I wrong? Oh, Pierre. Oh, that's awesome. Am I incorrect or wrong, whatever, in saying, did Lady Silver leave?
Lady Silver did leave. I think there was a misunderstanding about comments, because when you reminded people to only put in the prompt once.
I thought I said it doesn't matter if you put it in more than once. The giveaway tool is going to ignore it, but but still don't put in the front. That's just clogging up the chat. It's a pain.
It's So
it's a pain because we're trying to follow the chat too. And when there's, well, anyway, never mind. Yes, Ramon, we were singing your praises. Indeed, we were.
Yeah. And Marita spoke to her and explained stuff. So
thank you, Maruta.
So
I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Is it Maruta or is it Maruta?
I always have a struggle pronouncing their name, Marita. I think that, but it's
Lithuanian.
I'm never going to call her late for dinner, is what I'm going to say. I would never do that. So, all right, Pierrette.
Okay, Pierrette. I love reading Pierrette.
You can go first if you want.
Yeah. I love reading Pierrette. She just feels so familiar and warm and cozy and just this great, great energy. I just love snuggling her energetically. Was that inappropriate? I don't care. Let's see. There's just so much joy around you, Pierrette. I'm so happy to see that. There's so much joy around you. You're doing that absolute joy. Oh, I got the huge chills. Joy and gratitude and just all this wonderful, wonderful, very, very, white light, high vibrational, all the things. You're doing all of that absolutely 100% correctly. Gold star for you. Your guides are clapping and cheering and so happy. And just keep doing it. you have oh yeah, more big chills. Um, you have a task, and I think you know what that is. I hope you know what that is because I sure don't. Um, you have a task, you have a job, you have a mission. Oh, okay. You have a mission, and that's what the energy is for, is to bring to your mission. So keep working on your mission. You know what it is. They're very, very solid, certain about that you know what it is. Okay. There's like no question about, oh, well, we keep telling her, but she doesn't listen. No, no, no. You're listening. You hear it. You know what it is. And that energy, it's oh, this is so cool. Okay. So that energy, that beautiful joy and gratitude and laughter and wonderful love and everything else goes into this mission and comes out of it. It's what happens. You're putting in this work and thought and effort and energy, and you're getting out all this wonderful energy again, still, like it never diminishes, it increases. Stop that, Wanda. It doesn't, it never diminishes, it increases. No matter how much you pour into what you're doing, you'll always get more back. Mm. So, ma belle, I don't know what you're doing, but it's pretty fabulous. Okay? It's pretty fabulous. So go for it.
I'm going to take a slightly different approach. Said yes. Thank you for the confirmation, she said.
You did know.
So I'm getting a slightly different feel because and I cannot recall. I know you've watched my channel and I've read I've seen you in chats. It feels like you have been dealing with a lot of loss and a lot of grief on many different levels, and it almost feels ancestral. As I'm peeking at the records, it feels very connected. One thing is attached to another, is attached to another, is attached to another. What's happening is okay, I'll say it that way. What's happening is you're exhausted because of this. Because right now what you're doing is what the hell is going on with this? What's going on is you're the center, you're the linchpin for unweaving of this stuff. It's almost like you're transforming it. There's death, but there's also this intuitive knowing of that's done. That's done. That needs a little bit more work. We've got to put it through there. This feels it's in the going in the right direction.
Yeah.
And so I want you to keep doing more of that, because the key card for this is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is intuitive. She's very healing. She understands. It's difficult to explain. It also comes with, I get this very, very clearly. Know what is yours. This is the 10 of Wands. Know what is yours for you to carry. Because if you're working with this ancestral karma and stuff that has been long, that's been around for a while, it may be done and you just don't need to pick it up anymore. And you're picking it up because of a habit. So there's this beauty in you. It's interesting. Now I see you actually, you're washing your veil, the High Priestess veil, and you're cleansing it. It's beautiful. You've added scents to it, lilac, and other things. And now what you're doing is you're laying it out to dry in the sun and to really get cleansed. And I see you actually putting, snipping these up with clothespins so you get that fresh air that comes through. I have no idea if that makes any sense to you. Thank you. And Linda, to be honest with you, I don't remember what you said because I was connecting in and getting these images. So
That's fine. That's fine. You don't have to remember what I said. We can just go back and watch it later.
there you go.
Because
So,
half the time I have to do that anyway, because I don't remember what I said. But there you are, Pierrette. Yes, ancestral makes sense as now. Yeah.
okay.
Good. I'm glad, Pierrette.
Yes.
Okay. But I have to say, our readings were like not diametrically opposed, but very different, very in a really interesting way. And
they're telling a similar story, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Fundamentally, the story is very similar.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's weird. I'm jacked into the records in a different way today. So that's I'm like going,
Okay. Wow. Let's see what we can do with that energy.
yeah. Who's next?
I don't know. Let's find out. It's going to be thanks for joining us, Pierrette. I'm really, really happy you were here. And I'm really happy we were able to read for you and give you some insight if that's what happened. Cheryl, are you here, girlie? Oh, I got to stop saying that. That's so whacked. I got to stop saying that. What is it with me today that I'm saying that?
Cheryl is present.
Good.
Hi, Heather.
Oh, is Heather here? Hi, Heather.
Yeah.
So Cheryl, I see a garden. Okay, I'm just going to tell you what I see, okay? Because that's what they're showing me. So that's what I have to give you. It's a garden. It's enclosed by walls. It's private. It's a very cozy little garden. It's very cute, and it's mostly flowers. There's not a lot of veggies because, of course, I always look for the food. Okay, there's a okay, this could be Spain or Italy or southern France. There's a tree, I think it's a lemon tree in the corner, and a table under it, and some chairs and a bottle of wine, and it just looks like a great place to spend an afternoon. There's flowers of all different kinds, and on a quiet summer's day when all you can hear is the hum of bees, that's what your garden sounds like. It's just birds singing in the trees and bees just and it's just wonderful, and the scent of the flowers. It's a fabulous little heaven. It's a fabulous little heaven. And that place is you. That symbolizes your soul. That's the image that I get for your soul, for your spirit. So you have a whole bunch of different plants in there. That's a good thing. And they're all different. They all serve different purposes. But there's none that are really food. Oh, okay. You don't have any tomatoes in there, or even basil or garlic or There's nothing in there to eat. It's all about sight and smell.
She asked herbs.
No, I don't see any. There isn't even any basil. So, no rosemary. Usually, you can put rosemary as kind of a little hedge around because it can grow quite tall and it makes a good hedge. But I don't see that. I don't see any food. Isn't that interesting? So I guess the lesson is, or the message. The message is, doesn't matter what it looks like if you can't eat it, if it doesn't nourish you. So you need to bring yourself to places or experiences or people that nurture and nourish you. And they're not just decorative, witty, charming like moi, and but have no substance to them, have no capacity to teach you. That's one way of nurturing. Support you. That's another. Laugh at your jokes. That's another kind of nurturing. You need to put more nurturing into your spiritual life. Yeah. Oh, I just saw your message, Tara. Oh, ho, 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 Gerald. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're hitting the groove now. Woohoo!
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because because Linda is describing exactly what I saw. I have a slightly different spin on it in the sense of it's like it's an apothecary garden. And because when you were nurturing, got it, because you were because it was like, she's in a garden. She's actually weeding. She's trimming, and there are these these stone walls around her. It's almost like a monastery, but it's not a monastery.
No,
it's not a religious sect. It is an apothecary. It is a healer's environment. And when you were talking about the bees, a lot of in this garden, what was there has beautiful flowers because the honey from the bees are for healing purposes. And so they were carefully putting things together to see what would work and what the healing properties are. Now, that is one area, and of course you can't keep bees in one section. But on the other side of the wall, which I was able to see, Linda, I got a chance to go over, were all of the herbs. And then on the other side of that, there were like 4 walled gardens. There were also now I'm getting really excited. There were fruit trees, because so it's a very interesting mixture. And then I'm getting a heads up view, and it's almost like what is being shown to me. And I don't know if this makes any sense to you, Cheryl, but somehow there's some understanding of where the bees are going to get the nectar to be able to bring it back to the honey, to the hives. And so they're carefully watching, and they're sort of suggesting to the bees where to go to help balance out what the honey is intended to do. Yeah, experimental gardens. So, and so Cheryl, I am not aware of. I mean, do you garden? If you do, continue to do more of it. If you're curious about gardening, great. I'm going to pull a Linda de Gonzalez, what she did to me a week ago Monday. She's like, Gerald, go out and lay in the grass for a while. go out and connect with plants, because
Yeah.
it's really interesting. Because Cheryl, I don't know if you're allergic to plants or anything like that, but I'm literally right now seeing you holding your hands above these plants, and they are reaching up to touch you. It's
Yeah,
really
you have a real connection with plants, Cheryl. So if you're not gardening, perhaps you might want to look into that. There's a definite, like this is your we can't, well, I can't actually see someone's soul. I can feel the energy. I can describe it. But this was an image of what your soul, this was the image that the masters sent me of your soul, was this garden. Okay.
yeah.
And if that's the case, then try to bring that image, try to manifest that image physically around you in some way, even if it's just, okay, so I feed my gardening bug by going to nurseries and just walking around and smelling the dirt and looking at the plants and going, ooh, I want one of those. And of course, I never get it because I have a balcony. And my balcony is difficult to grow things on my balcony.
Yeah. JL
Yeah.
says walking through a greenhouse is still fun.
Oh yeah, it's a big time fun for me. I love it. It's like walking through a pet store that has parrots in it. It's big time fun. Oh yeah. So yeah, and we can all stand to go out and lay in the grass. It's good. It's good for us to do that.
I'm going to have to take a picture of me laying in grass, aren't I? And send it to
I
you.
wish you would. I wish you would. And post it as your profile picture on your Facebook page.
Cheryl said, it's very sandy where I live.
Oh, okay. Peonies do well in sandy soil, and so does baby's breath, which we know why it's called baby's breath. That's what it smells like.
I want to show this card because this is the Page of Wands.
Oh.
Because I pulled this while I had that image and you were describing what I was seeing, and then
you got up,
went a little higher. This is you what you need to do more of, and for entertainment purposes only, I'm doing, you need to do more of this. Cheryl, have the excited curiosity of a toddler and a middle schooler who's like going, well, I wonder what happens if I do this. I wonder what happens if I do this. I wonder what happens if I do this. I wonder what happens. I wonder what and it's this excitement. Yeah. It's this thrill. And as you are putting your hands over the plants, whatever plants there are, they're reaching out to you because they want to feel that exchange. So
yeah, because they're energetic beings too. I mean, they're not sentient in the way. Well, no, they are sentient.
Okay, because I'm like, what, them are feuding words.
Yeah, I got corrected.
Oh,
they are sentient, but not in a way that we can usually connect with.
Yeah, because it takes a curiosity and an adjustment.
Much
the same way it's was it Pure Soul who was doing energy work? Pure Soul connects energetically different than I do and you do and other people, and that's beautiful.
Yeah. Wanda corrected me for sure. Alien broccoli. I don't know anything about alien broccoli.
I have never read Alien Broccoli.
And I don't know that I would, honestly. I hope that was helpful to you, Cheryl. And thank you for joining us with this this exercise, this practice.
Cheryl said, I keep hearing the word weaving.
Ooh, okay, there's a clue.
I think I had that for Marita when I read for them weaving and stuff like that. But my memory is...
That sounds familiar to me. Lori Sue, are you still here?
Hi, Lori Sue.
I think I did read Celestine Prophecy, but I don't remember it at all. You're welcome, Cheryl, anytime. So Lori Sue, are you still here? Hey, baby. Shh, 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 shh. Okay, so let's put Lori Sue to the side, and
I have the name written down.
Oh, thank you. You read my mind, and we'll go on to the next, and then we'll come back to Lori Sue if she comes back. Okay.
Yeah.
Stephanie, are you here, darling? Oh, that's just as bad as girly. Now I'm getting Irish. Well, in a polite way. Oh, good, Stephanie. I'm so glad you're here. Okay.
I just have to start with this, Stephanie. I don't mean being called a darling.
Aw, thank you. Good.
How do you like being called a darling? You know. So anyhow,
darling.
Okay, so
it was Madame Maru. She says it was a comment she made about weaving God's symbols into fabrics. Ooh.
Okay, good. See, I have the right association. Stephanie, if this is rather blunt, caffeinated and unfiltered, salty or vinegary, I'm sorry. What you are doing that is soul focused or soul oriented is you are kicking butt. You're not taking it anymore. Not that you needed to take things, but you are saying what you need to say. You're standing by your words. You're adjusting your words as you get new information. You are being loud. And I mean that in the right way, because for things to be different, we have to have people who are willing to share the differing opinion. It's like the fool or the jester can say the king is wearing no clothes, something along those lines. So it is one of these beautiful things. I don't know, Stephanie, what you do for a living. I don't know if you're speaking your truth. I am actually seeing you. It's true. I'm trying to reprogram myself and my patterns of being too nice. And okay, because this image that I have is you on a street corner with a megaphone, an old style megaphone, drawing people's attentions to things that are difficult to see. So what do you need to say, Linda? You look like you're wanting to say something.
I hear the word authenticity as to what you're doing now that's good for your soul, that's soul oriented. I can't speak. I am hearing the word authenticity. And for what you can do more of. Okay, so as an authentic person, when you're authentic around people, they receive permission, almost in a way, to be authentic themselves. Being authentic means being vulnerable. Okay, so when you're authentic, you provide a safe space in which others can be vulnerable and authentic. Do that. Provide that space for others. like consciously be aware that that's what you're doing, that that's part of what authenticity brings, is not just for your own spiritual well-being and health and growth, but also as an example for those around you and as a safe space for those around you. And that, oh, I got chills on this too, man, today's a chill day. And that will provide them with the nurturing that they need in order to be more authentic themselves, in order to fuel their own spiritual growth. So you can be an agent of change, not just for yourself. And actually, this message is for Stephanie, but it's true for all of us, that when we are authentic, we are that by itself makes us an agents of change. It makes it possible for people to feel safe, to be who they are, to feel vulnerable, and it's an opportunity to nurture the spiritual growth of those around us, to nurture others around us to grow spiritually. So that's what I've got. I hope that helps, Stephanie.
Yeah. I mean, Stephanie has been putting stuff into chat, and it's like, I love when others are able to be themselves around me. So what you need to do more of is and again, I mean this, I'm going to take a sip of water so that I can
just ground yourself, take a deep breath, and be authentic.
Girl.
Absolutely. Yes.
Stephanie, you have been speaking so proudly and loudly and really demonstrating your power. What will help you continue to do, or what you need to do more of to be soul oriented, is to be comfortable in the silence.
Ooh, good one.
What you are doing, Stephanie, is you're stirring up stuff for yourself. You're allowing others to be authentic. And sometimes that is a challenge to start to see themselves authentically. There is an opportunity for you to be comfortable in the silence. And because that gives people time to think, to process, to feel, to grieve, to experience it, to get uncomfortable, to wiggle around in it. I think that may be a show I'm going to do on Tuesday, being comfortable in silence.
Oh, yes, please do. Because here's something I noticed about silence. I grew up on reserves in Western Canada, and I was the only white kid in a school of 400 little Native children, Indigenous children. And what I learned is that First Nations people, in the ones I knew on the prairies in Canada, they're very comfortable in silence. And I learned that from them, to just shut my yap and just sit and just sit and breathe with the people around me. And that was a good lesson for me. And it's something that Westerners, North Americans, Europeans, often find really difficult, because when we have silence, we feel the need automatically to fill it, there has to be some talk in there. There has to be some communication in there. You can't just let silence be, because somehow that means you're not a good conversationalist, or you're not connected to the people around you, or whatever, baloney. Wasn't the first B word that came to mind, but whatever baloney you I am making an effort that your culture has filled you with. use silence the same way you use meditation to get closer to yourself and closer to the people around you. Just breathe together and just, feel each other's energy. Man, that's so cool when you can do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stephanie said, that's a good one. I do sometimes struggle with silence. And it's not that I'm super talkative. It's about trying to figure people out.
Yeah.
Well, and part of holding space and being authentic, and this is just what Gerald thinks, is the idea of silence just allows space for other people to express themselves. Some people may need more of a lead-in time.
Yeah.
And being okay with silence. If you have a good friend, if you can sit with them and not say anything for a while, but still be in the same room together.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope that helps, Stephanie.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good way
Oh
to
yeah, I was a nervous chatter. I'm still a nervous chatter. Yeah. And by the way, Stephanie, the card I got for you is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a beautiful card to help you starting something new. It's really, really powerful. So it's great.
Yeah.
And when you are silent, they will fill the silence and you will learn about them.
Yeah. It's a different way of holding space. I mean, silence can be all kinds of things. It can be holding space. It can be just being and, feeling. It can be going through stuff in your own head. I mean, it can be all kinds of things depending on the energy and depending on your intention. Yeah, I love those cards too. Okay. Well, that was fun. Whoa. Okay.
I think that may have been a message for a lot of people.
I think so too. I think that whole business about silence is a cultural thing. So, yeah, a message for all of us, really. Of course, there are days that go by that the only person I talk to is Wendy and Wanda.
There's a question about what's this deck. I'll show it in a minute.
Okay. We have Aaron O'Nugent. Yay, Aaron. Come on up, girl. Is Erin here? I thought I saw her a couple of minutes ago in the chat, but I'm not sure. So. Erin, don't make me get the phone.
Do you have a phone?
No, I don't, but you do. There's Erin.
I also have a cowbell.
Oh, the cowbell. Oh my God, yes. Okay. Thanks for letting your presence be known.
And this is the name of this deck is the Dream Vision Tarot. It's the second edition. It's an expensive deck. Unfortunately, somebody got hold of things and we're making counterfeit copies of it. I actually had Emma on, the creator, with Richie and I, and we talked about the deck. So it's really quite beautiful.
It's very beautiful.
It's one that I use to help it. Believe it or not, it's the one that actually helps me access. It connects it vibrationally or energetically. It lines up with my my access to the records right now.
I can see. I totally can see that. It's there is something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Erin.
Okay, Erin. The image that I got was a sewer worker. And I want to say a little bit, I want to say more about that because this is a job that no one wants to do. It's a tough job. Everyone, however, needs a person who is willing to go into the depths and to clear out the sewers. And I'm seeing this. Of course, I get it in the. I see it in very olden times when there wasn't indoor plumbing, but I'm also seeing it repeated with indoor plumbing. So what this is saying to me, Aaron, is you're willing to, part of your soul-oriented work is you're doing the stuff that nobody wants to do that needs to be done. And you're doing it with focus. And it actually feels, I don't know how you do it, but you still have a spring in your step as you were working with these things. You get that it's hard. You understand that it's hard. It's also understands, you are seeing the connections, you're seeing the web of the actions that you're taking in this, how it's helping everybody else. Full chills on that one, Aaron. So what you're doing is you're recognizing that everything that you do has an impact on everyone else, and it's really quite beautiful. And I would encourage you to keep being willing to show up and do those things. Because, okay, I'm just going to share this. Aaron, the card that I got for you is the Eight of Wands. This is the card of rapid advancement. You really are, and we're back to weaving again. Spider webs are woven, per se, similar, but you're doing these things. You see this amazing lasting impact or this ripple effect of the work that you're doing. And you're doing it with this interesting, I literally am seeing you whistle while you're actually going off and doing things. And so, Aaron, I'm not sure if that makes any sense for you at all.
And Aaron, you're somebody who needs to have more fun. And I have nothing to add to Gerald's reading because I got chills, and I think it's wow.
No one wants to do, and it's right next to the old water filtration plant, but I don't really like it so far.
Oh, whoa. Okay, Heather, thanks for being with us.
We'll be over shortly for dinner.
I don't even care what's happening. I don't even care what you're putting on the table. Yeah. So big chills. And like I said, I have nothing to add to what Gerald had to say because that was all pretty much were confirmed for me anyway. But you need to have more fun. You need to bring more joy into your life. You need to, you don't need to do anything. You can do whatever you want. Let's just face that, free will and everything. Have some more fun. Whatever fun means to you, do it. Do more of it. Listening to music, dancing around the living room, however you perceive fun to be. If it's, fun for me is sitting with a really good book. It doesn't have to be a great big production or anything. It might be dinner with friends. It might be a nice conversation on the phone with friends, but have more fun. I'm told that over this next period of time that the joy you generate from these the joy that you're able to generate will sustain you. So joy and gratitude, as usual, are authenticity, joy, gratitude. Those are all foundational to spiritual growth. So go have fun, Aaron.
Aaron said, I had to climb through a stalled train today to get to work, and I was terrified. And Aaron,
Yeah.
I would think that you're terrified with that too. You've got a great story to tell at the next party.
Yeah.
Now I'm like going, holy crap.
That's a movie.
That's an adventure, yes. It's a kid's book. I mean, that's an
Yeah.
adult novel too, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, maybe not that kind of an adult novel, but yeah, a stalled. See, we don't have to do that here in Vancouver because our trains are above ground, and when they stall, you can't get out because you're like 50 feet off the ground, and so you have to just sit there. And if it's the summertime, you better hope that everyone on your car has really excellent personal hygiene. And that it's early in the morning when everybody's on their way to work and not coming back, and etc. Yeah. Wow, Aaron. So that was fun.
Well, and I do have to say, I mean, you did it.
Yeah.
So you can check, climbing out of a stalled train off of your to-do list.
There you go. Bucket list checked off.
Yeah. That's incredible.
That's not quite what I meant when I said go have fun.
Oh, yeah. We need to discuss the definition of fun.
Yeah. But good for you for actually doing it. That's amazing. Well, Aaron, there you go.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for sharing that with us, because that's going to give me just another reason that I never want to take public transit here in Vancouver ever again. I got to say, though, SkyTrain works really, really well. And it's mostly in the wintertime that it tends to stall. Madame Maru. Because of snow or ice on the tracks. So I can be quite confident that if I get on the SkyTrain today, that I'll be fine.
Yeah, Aaron is going to be looking for fun opportunities for sure.
Good. You do that.
Yeah.
You have fun.
Margareta is here. She said it sounds like Margaret. So, but I like the name Maru. I like Madame Maru. It feels very fanciful. It feels like the kid who would be running around the neighborhood ringing the doorbells. So, because, always looking for magic.
Isn't Maru the Japanese word for ship?
I have no idea.
Yes, it is. Because there's a street just down here that's named after the ship that was in Vancouver Harbor for like 3 months in 1970. And never mind, long story. It's okay. Kimogata Maru, I think it is. Anyway. Yeah, I don't need an adrenaline rush to have fun, believe me. Voice, Madame Maru. Your voice is making itself, is waking up. That's it. Your voice is waking up. Your voice is becoming activated. You've been working on your spirituality. You've been working on yourself, and your voice is becoming activated so that you can now more easily speak up for yourself and for others around you when you feel the need. And good for you for doing that. I see your throat chakra like wide open and bright blue, just this beautiful cobalty royal, like it's a whole bunch of different shades of blue, but it's really beautiful. And it's functional. Both ways, coming in and going out. It's functional. So what can you do more of? Well, you're another one who needs to have more fun. You're another one who needs to giggle and laugh and find silly jokes and just make yourself laugh. You're another one who could stand to watch a Marx Brothers movie and just laugh yourself silly. Laughter raises vibrations, and so find every opportunity you can to laugh and have fun and just enjoy yourself. Bring joy into your life somehow. If it's with fabrics, you have my blessing. Or yarn, you have my blessing. I totally get it. But if it's other things, then do those. Do whatever it is that's bringing you joy.
She is wearing her throat chakra stones.
Oh, well, no wonder it was so bright.
And she says, awesome, thank you. I have a royal fool for a spirit guide.
So pay attention, because you still need to be having more fun. Pay more attention to your royal fool. There's just this you need more joy, is just what I'm hearing. You need more joy.
I got this weird image, Merita, of Madame Moreau, of you being a woman of leisure in past lives, where you didn't have to worry about anything. You were laying around on the couch, and perhaps this fool, the royal fool, entertained you. People read you books. People sang to you. You weren't royalty, but you were definitely a woman of leisure. You didn't have things to worry about. Now, I am aware that you are now, you're not moving around as much as you like. And this is what's coming across to me is there's this moment of you realizing you're bored with that and you want to be active. You want to be an active participant. So it's enforced leisure. So when the royal fool shows up, follow as best as you can. And by the way, I mean, you are Madame Moreau. Tell this royal fool, okay, I need help with this. This is what I need. I want to follow you.
Yeah.
But definitely. So yes, I recently did a purge of negative sites on my Facebook. Very powerful. Yes, enforced leisure or leisure. And you are our reclining reader. Well, and I'm getting this nudge again because your throat chakra, you felt throat chakra, right, Linda?
Yeah, I did, very clearly.
I am being reminded that you have some Latvian folk tales and fairy tales and tales to start writing down. If you haven't done that, there's this nudge, and that will help you continue your soul-oriented feel. Here's the card I got for you: the sun.
Oh, paint that in different blues, and that's how I saw her throat chakra.
That's what I thought, and I'm like, well, it's red, but still, that is the
painted in blues. That's exactly what I saw.
Yeah, it's the pulsation of it.
Yeah.
And Maru, I understand. I work really hard on my throat chakra, a lot. So
I love the idea of Latvian folk tales. I would totally buy that book. I mean, I don't even care if it's a children's book or not. I would totally just get it for my own self.
Mm-hmm.
So please.
Yeah, and she's talking about doing translations of it.
Oh,
The blue is
cool.
the only color missing in that card.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I have one translated. Woohoo! Woo! This is great. Yay! Yay!
I will never stop being delighted by those.
Nor will I. Nor will
It's
I. It
just
makes
such a
me ridiculously happy.
Yeah, me too. It delights me enormously every single time.
You know what? I just got this interesting image or this interesting thing. Maru, I don't know. Do you do any what do they call it? Automatic writing? Or I wonder what tales your royal fool could share with us. Were you going to use an expletive?
No, I was just thinking that's absolutely marvelous. And Maruta says she was thinking about recording myself reading it. Yeah, and that's your audiobook right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, if you publish that on YouTube, and you know, as I've said to everybody,
It's going to take right off.
I mean, you don't have to show your face on YouTube. Great readers do, but boy, if you're sharing that, I'm promoting it. Expect that.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So,
Leah, you're a little late. I gave Wanda's update earlier, but she's gained another 5 grams since Sunday, so she's now at 245 grams. She has 3 tail feathers out and a 4th one that's peeking out. And
nice.
so, and I'll be talking to her vet. Oh God, did I just miss the call? Because I had my phone off? No. Good. Okay. So I'll be talking to her vet later today.
And Madame Maru said, I have a picture I would post with the recording. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. And like Jeff Tarot Asked Backwards is just released. I think his second book is out on Audible. This is exciting for him. So,
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that.
Okay.
So I hope that helps you, Madame Maru. You certainly have some interesting stuff going on, and good. I'm very happy about that. Let's see. Oh, I screwed that up.
This is going to need to be the last one.
Okay.
So
we're going to draw one more, and then that'll be it. Oh yeah, because it's 3:45. That's almost 2 hours. See, that's a problem when I'm having fun.
Yeah.
Iris, are you here, darling? Oh, I did it again.
You're welcome, Madame Maru.
Diane, I listen to bedtime stories before I go to sleep too. That's the only way I can sleep. Okay, Iris is here.
Yes. Yay. Oh.
Oops, that was both of us at the same time. Okay, you
I'll
do
put
it.
it back up, and then
I won't touch it.
There's that. I'll do that.
Okay. Iris. I see a forest. It's a nice forest. It's not a gloomy, spooky forest. It's a sunny, well, I mean, the light filters down through the leaves and the branches, but it's a cheerful and happy forest with happy little bunnies in it, and scolding squirrels, and chattering birds, and all the rest of the things that you would see. It's a fairy tale forest. Okay, it's a really nice There's talking animals.
It's the one where magic happens, not the evil
Yes.
forest.
Yes. Yes. It's not a bad forest at all. It's a lovely, magical forest. And I'm walking along the path, and of course I come to a cottage. And there you are. Your cottage is surrounded by a garden that has, oh, look at this. Okay. You're a Disney princess. Your little cottage in the middle of this fairly substantial garden, I have to say. You're working in the garden. You have herbs there. You have all different kinds of healing plants. You have some plants that are there just because they're pretty and you like them and they smell good or they look pretty or whatever. Some are just there for your pleasure, but most of them are there for healing and for food. There's a big patch of cabbages and potatoes, and other other things too. And this garden sustains you. Its beauty nourishes you. The people in the village come to you for your healing. I don't know if I'm looking at, okay, am I looking at a past life? No, this is your nature. Your nature is healing and nurturing and supporting. A healer teacher. And you are working with that. You're aware of that. You're not fighting your nature. Now, what do you need to do more of? Be more conscious. Be more aware of what it is that you're doing. So when you're providing someone with some healing, nurturing words or actions, be aware that that's what you're doing, so that you can better direct your intention, the energy of your intention. That's it. Okay, all right. But essentially, that's your nature. You're the woods witch, the forest witch, who has all of the willow bark tea and comfrey. What's that called? When you make a poultice, the comfrey poultice and the willow bark tea and everything else to heal and comfort the people around you. When you're doing that, try to become more aware of it so that you can direct your energies intentionally. That will bring you a lot of joy, first of all, and it will also help you grow your ability to manage that energy. That's what I got for you.
Iris, I'm loving watching Linda tell what's going on in my head and what I'm seeing in the record. So I will actually say some aspects of what you were describing were a past life.
I wondered about that. It felt like it, but not completely. Like it was sort of partly.
There were beautiful aspects of it. Here's the interesting thing, Iris. Linda described you as a Disney princess. What I heard was you are someone who is living in communion with nature and the environment.
Yes.
You know what plants need to be grown. It was very often you got little presents from the squirrels and the animals that showed up. You set things up for them to be able to have some, they had their own garden. You had yours. They didn't come into yours. There's this beauty of, you were a wise woman and someone who was able to do a lot of healing, and it was preventative healing. Somebody would stop by and, they're going out to check their traps or something like that. And you could say, oh, here, have this drink, take it along with you, bring me back the bottle. And then you would have another bottle filled with something that's going to help them the next day. You were very, very proactive. A lot of synchronicities happened for you.
Yeah, very magical.
Yeah, very, very magical. And so I do have to show these cards because it really, I think, leads what you need to do more of for your soul orientation. We got the Page of Wands again. This is the second time. Be excitedly curious about things that are drawing your attention. Understand what they are. See, look at them. Get excited. Say why. Go, ooh, ah. Get excited. It's the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is an extremely healing card. Very much a divine intervention. Iris, I wonder if you have the ability to know what people need before they know they need it. And
that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, you sort of set that up. The last card that I have for you, Iris, is Temperance. This is the witchcraft card of the deck. It's the balancing of things. It's you being in connection and union with the environment and understanding what's coming. I don't know if you feel that way about yourself as you experience the world, but boy, it's there's a beautiful balance of it for you. So I haven't seen you mention anything in chat. I'm just curious if you're feeling in balance or in sync, or if you're not, because if you're feeling in balance with your environment, lean into that and do more of it. If you're feeling a little out of balance, try to get on that wave and that sync up with it.
Yeah.
Because she's also studying a lot in this. She's never bored in this little cabin in the beauty of the woods.
In this cabin in the woods, she has books of all of her observations of her plants and the animals. And year by year by year, she has a journal of everything that she's done and what she saw and what she, how her tinctures turned out and everything else.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
shelves of books of her.
It's a beautiful, you are methodical with it. And therein lies a lot of the power.
Wow.
So, and by the way, Iris, and I won't tell anybody, but you know a lot about what's going on that people aren't telling you. And it's probably smart that you're not calling people out on it. That's okay. You can do that later if you need to.
Save it. Save it for later.
Put it away in your book.
Yeah, when you can drop it.
Yeah, I love this. And I love this. That's a very, very beautiful healing card. And oh my gosh, I love this Temperance card. No, she's laughing. It's like, nothing gets past you. If somebody thinks they've got something past you, you want them to think they got it past you.
Yeah. It's because you let them.
Yep.
Ouch. Don't bite me. Don't bite me.
Linda, you have been such a wonderful host. Thank you.
What? You did most of the work. What are you talking about? I just sat here and played with Wanda.
Well, and I think our readings were very nice. And again, thank you for allowing me to connect with the records in a new,
thank you
in a
for
slightly
coming.
different way. It was like, ooh, interesting.
Thank you for coming. I'm always happy. I'm always happy to have to read with you for one thing, and for another, it's really exciting for me to watch the experimentation go on. It like to participate in the experimentation. That's always exciting for me to try new things.
Yeah.
I'm really grateful. I'm going to, ouch, Wanda. I'm going to, okay, so stop waving my hands in front of her. I'm going to read the closing prayer.
Please
And
do.
I would like to close by thanking the light for the truth. I would like to close by thanking the light for healing energy. And I would like to close by thanking the light for the guidance and compassion towards our soul's purpose. And with this, we lock the records of this group. The records are now closed. I want to thank all of you for being here, and thank you, mods. Oh, thank you, JL. I'm glad you were here to share this with us. Thank you, mods, for your fine work. I'm really grateful, and thank you all for being here. And thank you, Gerald,
Oh, thank
for
you.
sharing your time with us and your experiments.
And I want to remind everybody, both Linda and I do private readings. There
Yes.
are also links if you would like to support the channel. Linda, you have your Amazon lists down there and your PayPal. So every little bit adds up, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. And my wish list isn't extravagant. I have things on there like new purchase for Wanda and a new pair of fuzzy slippers for me.
I saw those. I was a little disappointed. I mean, they're not like overly fuzzy, and they're not like an animal.
No, they're not. They're not outrageous. They're very sensible, and they will last me, at least a year. And ouch, would you stop? And there's, what else is there on there? There's a Rebel deck on there.
It's a fun one.
Yeah, I can't wait to play with it. So thank you all for being here. Gerald, what are you going to be doing in the next few days?
Let's see. Tomorrow I am hosting Rock, Paper, and Scissors with Allie from Heart Center Tarot and Richie from Longman Tarot. I am on with Poly Tarology on Friday night. And then 2:30 on Sunday, I am doing readings using the Clarity Tarot with Deborah Zachow, who is the creator, Val from Dragonfly Crystals, and Jeff from Tarot Ass Backwards. It's a beautiful follow-up to the deck casual that we did about the deck. So I'm looking forward to that.
And what day is that? That's tomorrow?
That's on Sunday. That's on
Sunday.
Okay. The Rock, Paper, Scissors is tomorrow on Friday. Okay. And then next week, it may be on Tuesday, a laugh and learn about being comfortable in silence.
Do it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Do it. Next week, Akashic Adventures is going to be on Viviani's channel. So please join us there for that. And then I'll be back on Thursday. I'm hoping to have Pixie Dust as a guest next Thursday, but otherwise it's just going to be me.
Oh, sad for you.
I know. Thanks so much, everyone, for being here. I really appreciate your presence, your energy, your being. And
next Thursday, I have Oil Painter on with me for casual. Diana. I have Diana on with me. I do.
At 1 o'clock, right?
At 2 p.m. Eastern. You're 11. You'll still be asleep.
11. Oh. No, I've been getting up at 8 o'clock and I've been much better about that recently. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Bye-bye. See you soon.
Bye.